Ugo, Karunga, Okwiri, Omukirwa, by ministers, abakorasi, abembeza abandi bona, nenyo abanyoro mwena abarahanu. Inja kubazo mu rujungu abokara abatakumanya ndimi zetu za hanu abeho ahindura mu runyoro. Who will translate? I want to congratulate His Highness Omukama Guru on the 31st anniversary of his coronation.
President akwenda kutawarisha Omukama Iguru rukira basajja Omukama wa Bunyoro abokwike ya myaka 3 kuruga ijangoma ya Bunyoro.
I'm however sorry to find that he's sick. I called on him because we should continue to pray for him.
Akusasa muno kubasangira omugurusi Omukama waitu na sasa kandi akurumizibwa baitu akusaba itwe n'abanyoro n'abana Uganda itwe na tumusabire baitu ajja kuba na mchekingao ngakwekere na mchekingao.
I have already seen him. Maziro kumurora.
President agambira maziro kumubungira mgwino.
I want to thank the committees together with the Omugo, who are running the affairs of the kingdom when the king is sick.
Akwenda kusima akachiko ka Royal Commission na bakoro n'Omugo hamu n'abantu bena bakutwara emirimo y'Omukama mukasumikana arwaire na sasa.
When we restored the kingdoms, I knew what we were doing because I know this area very well.
Uyagariro Omukama akabana amanya kyakugarawo kandi kichweka kinu kya Omukama bwa Bunyoro n'Omukama obundi amanyiri kyabaire nakora kandi nebichweka bimanyire kurungi.
We are part of the ancient culture of this area. I know the contribution of the kingdoms and their limitations.
Omugurusa agambire history ya Uganda agimanyire kurungi kandi ali hamu abo abamanyire omugaso gw'Obukama n'Obukama obundi bwe bicheke ebindi na contribution y'Obukama.
Hamu na obunafu bw'Obukama.
Hamu n'obunafu bw'Obukama. Obucheke. Hamu n'obucheke bw'Obukama.
The kingdoms, first of all, we had one kingdom of the Wachwezi, which united all of us for some time.
Mukubanza tukabana Obukama obw'Abachwezi bwonka nubo bwabaire Obukama bwona itwena abantu kabatuli amu Obukama bw'Abachwezi.
Had succeeded in uniting a bigger part of Uganda.
Kandi Obukama bw'Abachwezi bukakora muno omulimo gwokuleta abana Uganda ebichweka bya Uganda ebiri hamu kubiteeka hamu.
When the Wachwezi kingdom collapsed,
Abachwezi bagwire,
then we had these smaller kingdoms.
Then Obukama obutaito obundi bweija.
But they also contributed because they were uniting clans.
Baitu nobo Obukama obutaito mu bichweka bya Uganda byona bukutuyamba oba bukayamba kuba bukabani buleta hamu ebika hamu na ebika byaitu.
Because there are some other parts of Africa where the clans were separate.
Ntara ebichweka bya Africa ebindi ebika bikaba bitali hamu bitakunitinga. Bitakweteraniza.
And that meant they were in constant war, those clans.
So ebika ebi byakaragani birwana burwanambi.
So at least the kingdoms united some of the clans.
Obukama bukaleta hamu enganda ezikuruga mu bichweka byona zabiteeka hamu zabitananizaamu bafuuka omuntu omu oba sayatemu
bakalengaho okugaita ebika ebimu
bakalengaho okugaita enganda ezindi zoona.
However, they also had weaknesses of fighting among themselves.
Baitu kandi nakyo kikejjamu obuzibu kuba enganda zikatandika kulwanangana.
Osanga Buganda ne Rwanda na Bunyoro, Bunyoro ne Rwanda na Nkole, Nkole ne Rwanda na Rwanda, baikaro muntaro. So that was the weakness which the European used to conquer us.
Kata kakadyo ako nuko abakwera ke bakozeseize okutuwamba okutwara okufoka okuba ni batwe bembera.
Mukarora abajungu kubakozese abatuliri mu olukwe mu Buganda kurwanisa Bunyoro basobole kuhamba Uganda. You saw how the Europeans used the traitors in Uganda to fight Kabarega and to fight even Mwanga, the Kabako of Uganda.
Omugurusa akubayijjukiza nti mu kwijjukira kurungi abantu abanda ababaire okwo mu Buganda Abaganda baketeranyizamu n'abajungu okulwanisa Omukama waitu Kabalega, Omukama wa Bunyoro Kitara.
Even with Mwanga also.
Na Mwanga.
So therefore, we knew the strength of the kingdoms but also their limitations.
So omwebembezi agambire amanyire amaani g'obukama baitu kandi amanyire n'obuzibu bw'obukama.
And that's why if you read my address to the Ruchiko 1993, I made this very clear how there was a contribution the kingdoms could make, but they should avoid the old mistakes.
Tugambire tugende tuseere rekodi byagambire mu Rukiiko rwa Buganda n'agenda gara obukama akabagambira omugaso gw'obukama baitu n'obuzibu bw'obukama obukulemesa emirimu okulibata kurungi.
The modern states are built on democracy.
Ate obukama bw'ebiro bino oba ensi z'ebiro bino ensi z'ebiro bino tukuzombekeza amusingi gwa democracy.
The people to elect their leaders.
Abantu bekomera abebembezi baabo.
So that's why we said the kingdoms should not mix with the political issues.
Nuko kyamurugiraho president kwa advisinga nti obukama tubuyina kutaaha mu bino ebya politics ebyaite ebya democracy ebya Uganda empyaka ebyobulemu obuyaka.
Let the people elect their leaders, but the cultural leaders have a role.
Agamba nti akasaba abantu b'obukama abantu babaleke bekomera abebembezi baabwe bakwenda baitu ab'obukama bakusobola kwabula n'okuwa amagezi mu bataka ne babagambira ebirungi n'ebibi.
Barugara baze byangire kubaza ebyawe. Ogo musigaze n'abazi ebye. The modern state, through democracy,
ntamanga mayaka nigaraba mu nkola ya democracy
chichuse endema ya hati.
Enema ya hati oba enfuga ya hati. Yes.
The governance of today, through democracy, the governments are responsible for legislation, administration, and politics.
Enema y'ebiro bino gavumenti ekuvunaanyizibwa kukola amateeka, okufuga, okwebembera hamu n'okulungamya.
And planning for the economy.
N'okutegekera amahanga oba ihanga.
But there is a gap which the modern states cannot do well.
Baita arakantu akakuburamu amanga gaitu oba democracy zaitu zino government empyaka zitakusobola kukola.
Who looks after the indigenous languages?
Owakulolera ennimi zaitu.
Because the governments are mainly conducting business in English and to some extent in Swahili.
Kubati government zo nkazaite zane za East Africa tukoisaga Rujungu no Ruswahili.
So we said, no, this area will die if nobody is looking after it specifically.
Atuwa kusara mugamba nti waraleka ennimi zaitu ezobuwanga zitara omuntu akuzololera oba akuzimanejinga zijja kufa.
So the issue of the indigenous languages should really be concentrated on by the kingdoms.
So ennimi zaitu byazirekera obukama bube ni buzikora oba ni buzirwaninga.
Assisted by the government.
Government ne bayambawo.
Then you have the issue of customs.
Tulina obuzibu
the issue ensonga ya emirwa y'abantu. Customs, what do you call customs in Runyoro?
Embibo y'abantu. Emirwa y'abantu, emirwa.
The modern state is not very clear on that.
Ensi zaitu zino empyaka tizikubimanya kurungi.
Even the churches, I'm not sure that they are very clear about it.
Na makereziya na makanisa takumanya kurungi oba bimanyire kurungi.
Hati wekanisa wekerezia omuzigiti aramanyata ngo musita taswera musita nibakimanye ekyo
ati mugurusa akaguza ntaba father na ba reverend bakusara kuba batamanyire nto musita taswera kuswera musita.
I challenged them once. I wanted to know whether they follow it or not.
Ntibunda akabakaguzawo nagonza kumanya waba bimanyiro bati babimanyire.
Because the strength of the African culture is that our marriages are exogamous marriages as opposed to endogamous marriages.
Kuba kimanyire nti obufumbo bwayitwano nti obufumbo bulina kuba buli
amani gabantu bekicweka kino nugariga omukutaswera abantu abarahe newe.
Titulina kuswerangana anuga amani gaitwano. Titulina kuswerangana ebekika tuswera kuswerangana bebika byaitu.
This is correct biologically and genetically.
Nti kino akakirora wakimanyire nti kiyikire mu bya biology arabire mu bintu bya science.
The endogamous marriages will produce weaker people.
Ntabantu abakuzaranga namu bakujja kuzara abantu abatayina amani.
So the question was, do the modern government, because you can walk to the DC and you say, I'm in love with this girl and she's in love with me. We are adults, give us a marriage certificate.
Kubagambire enkora yaitu ya modern okusora genda mu district commissioner oba mu kota ali abana bakora byobufumbo n'ogamba omusikono nkumwenda okamuswera.
Now who checks that?
Ato wararora nti gwakuswera taliwo Oluganda lwe.
Then other customs also.
Then nebebika ebindi nemirwe endi.
The relationship within the family, within the clans.
Kitakwenda abantu babe nibeswera mu bika byaitu oba mu ndira zaitu.
One reason I supported the restoration of the kingdoms was that one. Who will look after our very strong culture which produced a very strong people who could survive all these problems we had.
Niyo ensonga emu yesigira obukama bube niburora abantu bana abakuswerangana nti tibali bekika kimu no tusobole kuzaara abaana abagumu oba bazaara abaana abarungi abakusobola kukora abaraguma nibakora.
The culture, apart from marriage, also includes food and other things.
Nti ebintu byaitu byenganda ebintu byobihangirana ebyemirwa ebyo byangirana alimu ebyokulya hamuna
and equipment.
Halimu ebyokulya n'ebikozesebwa.
I am 80 years old, as you know.
Ayina emyezi 8 yonka. Emyaka 8 yonka.
And I'm going to be 81.
Ntajja kuyicha emyaka 81 yonka.
But if you want to wrestle here, we can sort it out.
Baitu omuntu takusobola ati nyeba rugara ati nsobola okulwana na muzee yakuntera hansi round him knockout.
Kumukwana ngonza kufukana nyondo hano.
Ntuwe champion wa kungufuka nda ine emyaka 81.
And one of the reasons I keep telling people, I don't know, God of course is the one who gives me the strength.
Ntakwikara nagambira abantu baitu wakimanyire ruwanga n'uyamwaira amani.
But also what I eat.
Baitu n'ebintu byakwikara n'alya.
I don't eat bread because I'm not a European.
Takulya migati tali mujungu.
I don't eat rice because I'm not an Indian.
Takulya muchere kuba bwe tali muyindi.
I eat akaro.
Ali akaro konka. Enoga.
Muhogo.
Akulya ne muhogo.
Ebitoke. Amategete zaitu.
Omuzigo.
The milk.
Amata.
So, you wonder, why do people abandon the other time when there was war in Ukraine? People say, oh, we are going to die of hunger. Die of hunger, why?
Muzee agamba abantu bakwikara ni mutina nti aroye ntaro mu bichweka nka Ukraine ndi tugenda kufa enjara kuba Ukraine yetu wa wheat oba yetu engano nti tukufa engano yachi.
So they say, oh, we are going to get wheat from I don't know where. But I don't bother with wheat. I have my food here.
We muzee takutalibana n'engano wakwerira akaroke.
So that side of culture, who looks after it?
So akaguza owararolera ebintu byaitu ebyokulya ebyaitu ebyaloko ebya bunyoro ebyobuwangwa ebyo byenzaro
ebyakasangirwe hano
ebyasangirweho.
Then mobilization,
then okujugumbya
people,
okujugumbya abantu
to show, like now you are saying that you want the kingdom to be involved in wealth creation. I really welcome that.
Agambire nti tukumusaba nti tukwenda obukama bube butayi nabo mukwiya obunaku mu bantu nti kyakukisima kandi agamba akukisupporting.
That's in order, because this is now social action. It's not politics, it's not what, it is social economic action.
Agambire kyagenda kisupportinga na amani kuba kikuyamba abantu tibiri bya bufuzi bya kuyamba abantu. Kuya abantu mu bunaku.
Therefore, those 4 areas:
ntebe ebintu ebina byagambire,
language,
enimi,
food,
ebyokulya,
some of the customs which are rational,
embibo zaitu, emirwa zaitu, emirwa zaitu emirungi,
and finally social economic action.
Then n'okuyamba abantu okuruga mu mbeera embi okwijja mu mbeera ennungi.
And that's why we gave them the properties which the Muhichiro was talking about, the former local government properties, the Amasaza, Magombora land.
Niyo ensonga bwaki ebintu by'obunyoro oba ebintu by'obukama bakubigaaraga mu bukama.
You use this to generate income to do that additional work to whatever the government is doing.
Nukwakwenda ebintu ebyo byakutugaluliza nk'amagombora, amasomero n'ebindi tubichweka ebyo tuye mu rent.
Okutamunkora biri ryo olubimbi ryo lwa biri ebina. Of course, the government also sends some financial support.
Na government nayo kwikara nesindikira obukama sente.
But this is not too much yet.
Tiziri nyingi.
it will improve in the future.
Ajja kuija kuzongerawo.
So therefore, I'm very happy with the kingdom, the way we have moved. We have never had problem with the kingdom of Bunyoro. There are some other people who try to mix with politics. They will say, no, go back to your role. So I'm very happy to be here. And I have noted the memorandum of the Muhikirwa. I will study it again and then be able to answer him also in writing. But on this occasion I brought some cows because I knew you had a embargo here.
Amukoro guno alibasire n'ente kuba amanyire tulina obugenyi tulina empango.
But I brought the cows in a bahasa, not on the foot.
Ente aziretere mu kibahasa talesere ente zire arole oba bigere.
But there is a Muhikirwa 50 million was muherezo.
Milioni 50 ezijwira azohereza omuyikirwa.
Kandi harona LC with chairman.
Chairman Semberano ambalindano.
Arukurorero Omukama.
Chairman Omukama amazire emyaka 40 bwa chairman.
Bamumpere milioni 6 yagurira kapikipiki.
Chairman bamuhere milioni 6 mutere president mungaro agure pikipiki.
Kale mwebale muno. Mwebale, congratulations on the 31st anniversary, and I wish you good luck.
President webale muno kwijja Bunyoro, tukusima muno webale, kandi Rwanga akutulindire, kandi tukweyama tujja kukolera tujja kora hamu okutransforminga Bunyoro n'okulola nti abantu baitu baruge mu bunaku. Kandi n'akalulu ojja katungo mako ogukwija. President omuyikirwa akusaba n'omugo aba royal family baijo bateze kisan hamu na ba MP abaro bateze kisan then omukoro guwe mukama wange.